My father once told us that water didn't always burn, that you could drink it as it was falling. But that was long before his time, before the earth took its last breath, and with it began to die.
The idea for Wastelander Panda came from my obsession with post-apocalyptic movies and video games. I wanted to write something that was set in my own post-apocalyptic world, and I spoke to Marcus about it, and we came up with the idea of the main character being non-human and being an animal. So that way we could play with lots of different relationships and keep humans and animals totally separate and build relationships between them, because there's so many movies already that are set in these kind of worlds where, you know, one man is the hero, and so we kind of wanted to do something very different from that.
The desperation spread faster than the sudden heat could spread disease. It created monsters from the best and made the devil of the worst.
We put Wastelander Panda online in January, and in the first 4 days we had over 100,000 views on Vimeo. It went to blogs and websites all over the world like Gizmodo and BuzzFeed, and we even were selected as a staff pick on Vimeo. So yeah, the response has just been amazing, much more than we ever expected.
We shot most of the prologue in the Flinders Ranges, mostly around Blinman and Parachilna. The car yard scene was shot in Hawker, which is a few hours from the Flinders. The last scene, which is all the fighting, was shot in an abattoir in South Australia.
We got seen in over 148 countries, including ones as obscure as Greenland and Moldova. So yeah, when you think about making a film here, you normally screen it in small cinemas, and when you think about the number of people that have seen it compared to who would see it in Adelaide, it's just been insane. Ideally, we'd love to get a full season on HBO in America, but that's the big goal. Realistically, we're looking at putting together a 3-part web series to start with, and we're currently raising money on Possible, which is a fundraising website like Kickstarter, to make that happen. We've also been in talks with the SAFC, the South Australian Film Corporation, and we're planning to take it to some local TV networks in Australia and hopefully be picked up for one of those.
Epic Films is comprised of Kirsty Stark and Vivian Madigan, who Kirsty was the producer for Wastelander Panda and Viv was the man who shot Wastelander Panda. Flinders has been a great training ground in terms of meeting people that I wouldn't have made this, because everybody I made it with I met through Flinders or people from Flinders. Kirsty graduated before I started, but I met her through people in the years above me and things like that, so I was very glad I went to Flinders for the contacts.
I'm just so proud to be part of this project. I came on board probably a year ago now when Victoria first approached me with the idea, and I've been in love with it from the very first page that I read of the script. So yeah, it's been fantastic working with a group of cast and crew that are our age and emerging filmmakers all out of Flinders and other local institutions, and just trying to do the best we can.
As each day grows darker, so do those who survive within it. For 15 years, I have concealed myself from the worst of this world. Soon, it will discover me again.